This episode of Slip It Off is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on the Pokémon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Good morning, Pokémon Sleep researchers, and welcome to episode 24 of Sleep It Off. Sleep It Off is part of the Pokémon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, July 9th. I am one of your hosts, Luis, and joining me again, Justin.
Hello. You know, it's been a couple weeks, and we're not alone.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We have Steve from It's Super Effective here as well. Yay, insert applause. Woo, yippee.
We got a big celebrity, somebody that has gone through probably so many things in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here.
My hands have been on everything, I think, at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And every single game I can ever think of Pokemon-related stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I play so many of the mobile games now and main series, and I keep up with everything. It's just too much sometimes.
All right, so Steve, let's talk a little bit about yourself. When did you get into Pokemon? Were you when you were 5 years old type person? What was your first thing that got you in?
First thing that got me in would have been the anime before it moved to syndication. So that would be like the 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. slot, like right behind Dragon Ball Z before school. And then I think they did maybe 2 months of that before they restarted it, then on like normal, what was it, like prime time, 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. or after after school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was the anime at first, and then obviously that was a little bit, I think, before the games came out, or around the same time the games came out, I think. And then that same year I got the games for Christmas. So I was exactly the correct age, which was 10 years old when that all started.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And you...
What was your first game, though?
Blue.
Okay.
Nice. I was gold. Luis, what was yours?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you continued true to Pokemon ever since?
No, I had to fall off after Crystal, and then for most of Gen 3, and then I came back to it for Diamond and Pearl. And then when I got Diamond and Pearl, I went back and I did Ruby and Sapphire.
That's wonderful. I know that I was at least a continuous fan, but I wasn't like a true grinder of the series, just like whatever was out there every single generation.
No, I was completely out. After like Gold and like Gen 3 on like the anime, I was out entirely until Go in 2016. And then that's what got me back, and I've been back ever since. So
yeah, but I think Pokemon Go definitely ignited the fandom in a big way. So, I mean, we wouldn't technically be here without it either. So,
and so now let's fast forward to Pokemon Sleep. Did you? I know from listening to your podcast, you covered like, oh, this Pokemon Sleep is going to come out eventually. You know, when did you like first hear about Sleep, and how did you know you wanted to play it?
I think I heard. I mean, it was in a presents where they talked about Pokemon Sleep at a certain point, and then it was like the ongoing meme of when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Because we didn't get any information since. I don't remember who. Sometimes
was it like 5 years? I want to say.
It was pretty long. I do remember. I've talked about this before, but like sometimes I talk to people inside the industry, whether that is, you know, people who work at specific companies. And I remember talking to somebody that said that when Pokemon Sleep was announced initially, that they didn't even start development on it. It was just, and that's why it took 5 years, because when they announced it, that was just, it was just the concept. It wasn't, they didn't actually start working.
That makes sense.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Niantic initially supposed to also develop it?
I never heard that, but But that wouldn't surprise me, like, because Niantic was trying to make other games. I'm glad that Select Button made it, because I think Select Button actually is very good at making games. For the 3 people, I think it's 3 people that technically work there, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we'll look that up, and I think there's at least some thing behind it, but I might be completely wrong. I don't know why I feel like it was Ilka, right? Ilka was the one who started the development of Pokemon Sleep at this point.
Ilka is now taking over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Select Button.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go.
Select Button started it. Yeah. Select Button did Magikarp Jump, and then they did. I think they have 2 other non-Pokemon related games. One's a fishing game that's very similar to Pokemon or Magikarp Jump. I don't remember the other one. But yeah, very tiny studio.
Hey, they developed a pretty good game. We're going into the 2 years now, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I briefly mentioned your podcast. So what is your podcast? What do you cover? And I know you sometimes dabble in the sleep, sometimes you dabble in everything else.
I feel like it's always everything else. The podcast is called It's Super Effective. This month will be 15 years of doing the show.
Dang.
Wow.
I think we're close to 700 episodes, but there are some episodes that are not technically numbered. So there's more than that altogether. And I think in the 15 years there was maybe a 2-month hiatus at a certain point. Where I was moving multiple times to try to obviously live somewhere. But yeah, I've been pretty consistent ever since. We've had multiple co-hosts come and go over the years, which, as expected, right? Like, people's lives change over the years, and they come and go in Pokemon, which is what makes Pokemon nice and very easy to digest, is just being able to come and go when you want. Otherwise, yeah, it's a generalized Pokemon podcast. So TCG, anime, video games, spin-off games, mobile games, people stealing Pokemon cards, whatever the news features, we try to.
Hey, they can't steal that Pokemon Pocket, though. You know,
that's true.
Did you see that Did you see the article this week about a guy jumping someone in line and they broke like a mason bottle and stabbed them?
I did, yes. I think I just saw that this morning, but I haven't read up on it.
It's
God.
insane.
That's just how bad the I don't want to say the bad side of the fandom is getting, but it's been getting a little crazy.
I don't consider them part of the fandom.
Yeah, that's true.
I
just consider
whatever makes them money.
I did hear once that I think in a TikTok or something, I just said, like, people were actually categorizing what make them more money in the last few years. And I know crypto was like number 1, but the second thing that everybody was looking for was Pokemon cards. And that's where everybody make their more money. I'm like, what? How is this possible? What timeline are we on? So
I think the thing about Pokemon cards is they're pretty liquid. So even if you don't know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to look it up, and then it's pretty easy to get rid of it. Whereas, like, I don't know. I'm not in the shoe fandom, but maybe it's harder to move a pair of Nikes than it is, a PSA 10 Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, for example, I'm big into the Lego space, and I know Lego, expands, exponentially like Pokemon cards in terms of value, but it's harder to sell someone a big boxed Lego set than it is some cards. So it's,
I think it's also harder to ship a big box Lego set.
yeah. That's why the mini fit.
Yeah, you would lose some profit on just shipping alone compared to shipping a Pokemon card.
I've looked at buying some like older sets before from people like on eBay, and shipping's like $80. I'm like, I don't need it that bad.
No,
maybe if they were down the street.
I'm good.
yeah,
probably.
Facebook Marketplace. Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, just go to the garage sales or something, and you'll find a few things here and there.
All right, so Pokemon Sleep. What would you say? What do you enjoy about the game? What is kind of your style? Are you a cooker? Are you a berry gatherer? Do you interact several times a day? What's kind of, how do you play the game?
I'm a cooker. I am not so much the berry guy.
Mm-hmm.
which is a totally valid way to play. But I like focusing on a meal for the week. How I play in general, though, is it's the first app I check when I wake up. It's usually the last app I check before bed, which I think is exactly what the Pokemon Company wants.
Do you stay true to your sleep, or do you use any of the devices?
I use the Plus, and I pregame the Plus pretty hard. So whether or not I'm going to bed at 2 a.m., I'm probably pressing that button at 2 a.m. But at least when I wake up, that's very accurate. So.
Nice.
But I feel like you kind of have to pregame a little bit. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't sense properly.
Yeah, the whole like time to sleep
Yes.
option in there it's just the more inconsistent thing that happens, because I can just fall asleep right away if I wanted to, but the game just thinks that I'm moving so much in the bed that it's just like, okay, what the heck are you doing? It's like, well, I'm trying to.
Or if you're like sharing your bed with somebody, like that can set it off as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem I was having. Whereas if I get up or my wife gets up, it was like fiddling around with that. So I completely stopped using the Plus to track sleep, and I just use my Apple Watch now. And and it's better about like guessing, dozing, slumbering type or whatever, but I don't get the extra length. It's the time that I'm in bed. So I take a hit on I never get 100%. I'm usually around 80%, but I can vary between slumbering, dozing, and the third one that's escaping me pretty frequently.
Snoozing. Yep. And I'm definitely a Gold Plus player. I just turn that thing on maybe 10 minutes before I go to sleep, and then just leave it there in bed, so that way it tracks. And then I do go to sleep and things like that. Sometimes I do it a little early because I know I'm gonna wake up early. So.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like it. I do check it multiple times a day, especially if I have I'm on old gold power plant nonstop. So I'm 42 Aerons deep, and I still don't have a good one. But I have a decent Drifloon that I just put gold seeds in just because I like Drifloon as a Pokemon. So I feel like I have to check it when Drifloon's on my party just to make sure I'm optimizing him compared to some other Pokemon that would like Raichu, you don't really have to touch at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I got it.
I also like playing with the skill type Pokemon, but you do feel like you have to check more often. Like with my Ampharos, I'm like, all right, I gotta check. Here, come on.
Do you usually keep a healer in the team, or do you just go with whatever is and efficient to your meals or anything else?
I don't think my Wigglytuff has ever left my party ever.
Oh, okay.
I think that is nonstop. She's always there. I got really lucky with her very early on, so she's just
nice.
She's just always on the team.
Those are good.
I would like to have another healer. I would like to have a Gardevoir, but I'm never on Lapis. I would like to have a Palmy, but I haven't found a good one yet. So I'm sure.
Luis, you should tell him about your Palmy thing.
Yeah, so I was able to get a good Palmy early on into its release, and since we had the good Ribbon addition that once you sleep a certain amount of hours, they get a boost in speed and helping speed and everything. So I've been actually tracking the sleep with Palmy as a Palmy. I have not evolved it fully yet because the good Ribbons does allow you to technically get more frequency if the Pokemon can still evolve. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get to the final good Ribbon to 2,000 hours before I make the decision to evolve it. Now, will it continue after I evolve it? That's what I want to find out.
Yeah, so how long is this test for you?
I mean, I'm a little over 15 hours or 1,500 hours now.
Oh my goodness, it's in 6 months.
Yeah, and I took it off a couple of times just from a couple of events, but then after that I was going back. So my team is a little if Palmy actually triggers a little bit more, then my team is good because I invested some seeds into it. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't, then my team is dead for the entire day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is there anything in sleep that you think, is underrated by the community? I don't know, people don't use this enough. this is actually a great feature to this game that no one talks about, or a reason why they should, just play Sleep in general?
That's a good question. Like an underrated feature. I feel like I'm being put on the spot.
So,
I don't know. There's things I would want added, but there's nothing really in the game that's like off-putting. I mean, maybe like some Pokemon being expensive is kind of off-putting when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think Select Button / Ilka has done a pretty good job of listening to people. Because like one of the things that bothered me for a really long time was like trying to cook a meal and then not realizing how much ingredients I had, and then I had to go back all the way out. And so now it's nice to be like, I only need 2 sausage. If I back out, I definitely can get 2 sausage.
Yeah. Quality of life, definitely.
Yeah, they're very good at that.
Definitely some. Yeah, I know that one of them was if the Pokemon you catch, like the second stage evolution that you catch, has I think the same amount of carry limit as one that you have in your inventory, then that you will carry over to those Pokemon that you catch and evolution wise and everything. So you don't have to think about not catching evolution Pokemon, even though they're harder to get regardless. But at least you will be able to continue using the carry limit from what you have during an evolution instead. So that was a good quality of life update for us.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things was the ability for double skill triggers. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's like my favorite time of the day with the double skill trigger. For those skill type Pokemon. Like if I'm using I finally invested in a Vaporeon, and so like on the ingredient heavy weeks like this week with the pre lead up week, I just need the backfill ingredients. So yes, double trigger, give me those 50 ingredients so I can keep filling the pot.
Yeah, no, I think they've done a really good job. I actually think the off weeks are really nice because it makes it does give you that like, okay, I don't have to worry about stuff, but then it does make you excited when the events do come. Mm-hmm. So like I'm glad it's not event.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they've done a pretty good job with that too, and I think the Pokemon pacing is also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pokemon choices they've been making, I think, are also really good as well. So they kind of they do feel very in tune with what people want. I mean, like, I'm sure there's like a Zubat lover out there, and they'll be very excited when Zubat comes. But like,
yeah,
I'm very glad the game didn't start with like Zubat Geodude.
Yeah. Oh man, that would have been like, what is this, a cave again?
Right. Yeah. Do you feel like the game can last a long time because of everything that they've been adding and all the things that they definitely, continue to add to the game? Or do you think that the game is gonna like fall off in the next few years or something like that?
I think like what the game asks for is enough. Like, I don't think it's asking for too much, even with the events. And I think that's why it's so appealing, especially compared to something like Pocket. I compare Sleep to Pocket a lot, I think, because they are the 2 newest mobile games. But I personally, I felt like Pocket was asking for too much. They wanted me to check the app for Wonder Picks and to open the packs and to do the NPC battles. And when I'm doing the NPC battles, I got to keep the phone open and promo cards and everything. It did feel a little too much of an ask for me, and I'm sure it's fine for other people. But I like the ask that Pokemon Sleep is doing. So I don't think it would fall off with people who have made it this far, but I do wonder how they attract new people. Because I think if you're doing that consistently and you're fitting it into your routine, especially at the 2-year point, you're probably not going to jump ship anytime soon. Because they haven't actively made the game worse. I would argue they've made the game better. So it's like, but what is the thing they can do to like bring people back that might have fallen off or might not have given it a chance? I think that's more of like, I don't really know what they could do there, but I think that's like every developer's dream is like, how do we get more people?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's the classic of insert legendary here, insert Rayquaza, Mewtwo, that type of thing. But I don't know how else you would bring it to get new players in. I don't know, maybe offer like the premium track for a discounted rate or something, or free for like a month. I don't know.
Right, adding more to what the already current player is doing is definitely a plus. I mean, knowing that anybody who's starting out the game or is returning to the game maybe feels a little underwhelming because of everything that has already been added in the last 2 years, almost 2 years, can still play the game normally, because even if we try to go a little hardcore on this game, and we play it every day because it's part of our daily routine now, I think that just playing it casually should net you anything. It's just the time essence of things,
Yeah, I wonder if I don't think they would do it, but I've always thought, like, what if they added connectivity to Pokemon Home? Would that like bring people back in of like, oh, if I do get a shiny, I can move it over, and that gives me an incentive to play.
Yeah, I have heard that from other people. Like, I would consider playing this if they were ever talked about connecting this with Home. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of those people. I don't care about connecting with Home. I have a Home account, but that's not my thing. I'm okay with it just being here. And part of what I like about Sleep, it values the individual Pokemon more, where you're only catching, like 1 or 2 a day. You're not catching 50, 100, 200 in a day, and they just don't really mean anything anymore.
Right. Yeah, you definitely have to work hard for what you're catching in this game, and there hasn't been any tip-off since the introduction of the game, because we get new Pokemons and we're like, why is this 16 friendship points? It's like,
yeah,
like I need to catch one or something. So definitely a good way to continue, like saying it's like you just gotta keep going to sleep, make sure you track your sleep, and then just play the game that normally gets you there.
Yeah.
I think if they gave up on like the proper tracking sleep, and you could just like open the app and your day would start almost like an Animal Crossing. I think that would probably bring people back, because I have heard people just like they didn't like the tracking, they didn't like the stress of like charging or forgetting to hit the button or putting their phone in the bed, which like I think the phone in the bed is probably the biggest turnoff for a lot of people, is like,
I don't want. There's no way I was going to do phone in the bed.
Right? Yeah, me too. Me too. Like if I didn't spend $55 on the device, I probably would have not stuck with it.
Do you remember how bad it was in the beginning when the phone would get so hot because you had to leave the game open and on? At least maybe there's just a problem with my phone.
No, I had the same issue, but I think I don't know. Was the Gold Plus actually released at almost the same time?
I think it was, but I wasn't using it at the beginning, or like I think I lost my Go Plus Plus for like a month, and I had to track it with just the phone, and it was terrible.
Some people actually, I don't know if you actually seen anybody in the YouTube space, or at least the community of Pokemon Sleep out there, that they have ways to track double sleeps, like a nap session and a regular sleep session in the same category. Which I'm not a napper, so I mean I nap, but I don't actually track the nap.
Yes, I love a good nap. I never track it though.
yeah, no, definitely. But I don't know. I just can't. I mean, I could if I want a couple of extra spawns here and there, but then you're losing on the value, like the bonus biscuit or things like that. So, do I want to just get something on the nap, or do I want to get something on the big sleep? So, yeah, it's just one of those things that the community has been going, and a lot of people really are like. There's people who go free to play, and there's people who pay for the premium, and there's just whalers out there. It's like, just spend all the money in Pokemon Sleep. I'm like, why? It's like,
look, if I had Jeff Bezos money, I would be maxing out Pokemon Sleep every week.
Come on, you gotta get everything to 65.
Oh God, no, I couldn't.
Oh man, you just like die in dream shards. All right, so everyone has a favorite Pokemon, but what is your favorite sleep Pokemon?
Oh, that's very easy. It's Dedenne. And
extra tasty.
I do like the extra tasty a lot, and I was very excited that Cramorant got extra tasty as well. But I don't have a good Cramorant, and Cramorant's not nearly as good as Dedenne for the pure fact of the extra
ingredients versus. I do get to run Cramorant at times because I need oil help. I have okay oil gatherers, not great ones.
So, yeah, probably Dedenne. I'm sure eventually there'll be a better Dedenne one day. I'm sure the power creep in the game is kind of real when it comes to stuff. Because it wasn't like Golem like the best potato farmer for a while, and now it's like Meowscarada is technically just better.
Yep. I mean, because it gets it in the first slot.
Yeah, I use Victorville, but that's because just Victorville. For some reason, Victorville has just like
Victory Bell has remained okay. I think Victory Bell might be my favorite in this game, just because it gets so many ingredients all the time.
Yeah, Victory Bell's pretty good. I use mine quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I mean, I do like almost every Pokemon here, but when they introduced like Dratini line, I was like, I gotta make sure that I get every single Dratini I can get. But you know, the one side of things that this game loves to give me is like, okay, I'll give you a good one, but good luck with the experience down nature every single time.
Steve, how would you rate your luck in this game? I typically have good luck in this game, which is weird to me.
I think it comes and goes. I mean, like, I got really lucky with that Wigglytuff off the bat. I got really lucky with a Squirtle pretty early on. My Victory Bell is really great. I think what happens with me is the game will give me something good, but the punishment is it will never be a mono ingredient Pokemon. It'll be like the skills are there, the nature is there, but I never get mono ingredient, which like I don't think is a huge deal because like I just mentioned, the power creep exists. So like eventually, like I think my Meowscarada is what, like potato milk potato, I think, and I'm sure there'll be a better potato Pokemon that'll eventually come down the line, and that'll be fine. And Meowscarada can hang out on, what is it, the Ice Island, I think, is the one she's good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many shinies have you actually seen, though?
Not that bad. Not a lot. 5 of them are like Ekans, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ekans, the green gummy worm.
Probably. I'm probably nearing 30 shinies. I can check, but it's not a lot for 2 years of playing.
You know, I hadn't checked in a while. Oh, I'm at more than I thought. I am at 49.
I filter it through shinies, but I don't know why it doesn't give me a number.
Yeah, it should say at the top.
Oh, 38. 38. Yep. I got 38.
Okay. Let's see.
Surprisingly, actually, Spheal has been like my more go-to shiny. I got 4 of them in the inventory.
35.
Okay. That's decent.
Yeah.
But it's still like, you know, compared to a lot of other games.
Right. No, I've seen people on like Threads or Blue Sky with like 50, 60 shinies.
Oh my goodness.
Wish I could for them.
I mean, I guess I'm not far off at, what, 49?
Yeah, that's actually a lot more than I expected to have.
That's like one every 2 weeks.
Yeah, basically. What happens to me is like I'll get like several in a week, and then I'll go like a month with none.
Usually, maybe throughout the boosted events or something, it's like you can meet certain shiny Pokemon. It's like I never meet any single one of them at the end of the day.
I have only invested in one, and I forced it because I already invested in Raichu, but I got a Berry Finding S Raichu, and I forced it, and it's now at level 59. So everything else is like level 30 or lower for my shinies.
Now, one of the things that they're thinking of adding into Sleep is the expert mode. Now, we don't have much information about it. We probably will have more information maybe a little bit later into the second year anniversary. But thinking that this game is going to have a hard mode, what do you think about that? What do you think that the game truly needs that, or is it already hard enough for the players out there?
No, I'm 100% on board with hard mode. I'm super. I think one of maybe one of my qualms with the game is that like I kind of feel like the rewards aren't good enough. and it sucks getting to like Master 18, and then the Pokemon you see in the morning is like Ekans on Snorlax's stomach, and you're like, awesome! I'm so glad I made it to Master 18 to get another Ekans. So I like ideally, hopefully, I would hope that the spawns are better, or the rewards are better, or if it's like an off week and I am stocked up on ingredients, that would be good. I also want a reason to use other Pokemon. Like I'm sure there's tons of players that just have a really good Gardevoir. They'll never move the Gardevoir from the team, but if there's a punishment for using Pokemon that don't match Snorlax's berries, now you're probably like, oh, maybe I do need a Wigglytuff. Maybe I do need a Palmy.
Yeah.
So
I think it.
But like to power up a Pokemon is so many resources. So to like have a challenge mode, maybe give more resources, so it like feels better. I don't know. I just hope the loop feels good. So I don't know. I'm optimistic for it. I think there are weeks where I'm like, I guess my only target is Aeron, so that's all I'm gonna do. And
fun fact, I have a shiny Aeron too. So
ooh.
Yeah, so I'm actually excited about expert mode. I definitely want to have a little more details before I actually like give my full thoughts on it. But I hope that the game seems like what the grinders really want. Like I want the good stuff. I want the good Pokemons. How to really use the Pokemons, because I mean I have over 200 Pokemons in the inventory, and I'm just like, do I really need this many when I already have like a good team for every meal that I make or something like that? So
you think there'll be like a punishment if you don't reach, Master 12 by the end of the week? You will lose like 50,000 Stardust or
oh my god,
Dream
that'd be
Shards.
crazy. The punishment.
I don't think they would do that, but I think it'd be funny if they did.
Well, it would make for the grind just a little bit harder,
Yeah, and then
But
you just pay through the grind, right? That's what they want.
Yeah.
Do you keep a slim box and just get rid of the stuff that you don't like, or does it grow exponentially?
No, I keep my box pretty slim, although I'm at the point where I need to clean up. So, like if I get like a really good, Meowscarada or something, I'm probably just gonna scrap all the other Sprigatitos. Because like I said, the power creep will eventually come, and I don't think I have a single situation where I've like powered up two of the same Pokemon, like 2 Blastoise or 2 Charizards or anything. It's just like I
definitely have.
I've committed to this one. I'm gonna continue committing to this one, and then any new Pokemon will fill in those gaps. That like they'll eventually be a better milk Pokemon. They'll eventually be a better soybean Pokemon. So. I can't do 2 Charizards. Just 1 Charizard is good enough.
I try to diverse it because there's always other Pokemon that give you more stuff that you think. Like Beware gives me. Supposedly I should get more corn because I need a mono. I think I got a mono corn Beware, but for the longest time I had one that had sausage for like the level 30. And every time I put it in team, I was like, "Where is my corn?" It's like I need corn. It's like the sausage just kept coming, and I was like, "Okay, might as well just keep you in the team for the extra sausage here and there." Like I don't think I have actually used Charizard that much in recent times, just because of the expanding meals in the last few updates. Have never really asked for that much sausage, just for maybe a side 1 or 2.
Oh, really? I have to use Charizard all the time.
Yeah, I
Really?
use it for dessert salad or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's like coffee, sausage, potato, something else.
Yeah.
Oil.
I use
for salad. Yeah, I can understand. I don't think I actually seen salad in the last few weeks. Then
I always get salad.
It's crazy how like it feels like you always get the same thing in a row. Like I don't think I got curry for like 6 times in a row.
And did they make an update saying it's like you'll less frequently get these meals instead, and then nobody really care? So it's like.
Well, I would assume that eventually they would introduce another meal type, right?
We're hoping, because
we
that's
can't
what
just have like
be
free
fun.
meals forever.
That's the 3rd anniversary.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're ahead.
So, what Pokemon would you like them to add into the game?
Gosh, they kind of hit all my notes already. They did the Farfetch'd, they did the Cramorant, they did the Dedenne. I'd like to see the Swaddle line because I do really like Swadloon. Lavani's okay, or Lavani, however you say that. But I do like the middle evolution a lot. So maybe that.
I feel like we don't have enough good bug types in the game.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. Do you ever use any bugs? Like ever?
Just Vicavolt.
Charka, that is a thing.
Oh, yeah. Vikavolt. Yep.
Yeah, just Vicavolt. Yeah, at this point.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, the only coffee mono farmer in the game.
Yeah.
That really gives you all the ingredients you need.
Man, I need candies for that so bad. I gotta get it to 60.
Yeah, one thing for sure that we prioritize in this game is like, at least between Justin and I, is that we have to unlock all the meals to make sure we just have them. Aside from like the extra gems that you get from just unlocking it, if it's something that will boost you regardless, like the last meal was probably the second best or the first or the best meal of the category, we just have to unlock it. So definitely something that I like to do, at least to make sure that I have everything. If they introduce, I don't know if they're ever going to introduce another berry in this game, but that could be a thing eventually. Maybe more ingredients, more Pokemons, more meals. That's definitely the ask for me in the end of the day.
Yeah, like for this week, I've been using. So I was talking about my luck earlier. I got lucky and I got a good mono Farfetch'd on first try.
Oh,
had
wow.
Ingredient Finder M. It was mono-leek. I was just like, oh, I'm just dumping all my rare candy into this right now so I can get it to level 30. And I've been working on my cut sukiyaki curry recipe. And so we're currently at level 46. Let's see, how many times that means I've made it 9 times. But I've been using it during these special event weeks because it's the free expanded pot instead of like because my normal Flareon, even at level 7, is not enough because it's like 104 ingredients or something.
Yeah, most of the ingredients, I think they caps at 105 for one of the meals. So it's good. I did get 3 mono leakers from Farfetch'd. One of them is horrible because it's ingredient finder down, but the other 2 actually have potential to be very good. I already invested on the first one because even though it didn't have like all the sub skills that I wanted, it still was a mono leaker. I was like, dump everything on it. And then, I get the second, I'm just like, man, like why? It's like, yeah. So definitely this game has changed the way that we just do things normally. I mean, I'm a Pokemon Go player, but I definitely check my game or Pokemon Sleep every single day. I've been kind of slacking this last few weeks because I didn't even make like more than 17 meals. That's just weird for me.
I never
but
miss
I keep
a
forgetting
meal.
to make meals.
Never miss a meal.
Wow, never? Oh, man.
I finally started missing meals. I was surprised too. I was like, wait, why did I not make lunch? Like, what the heck happened?
I find I miss it more like if I'm on vacation or I have like a busy week where I'm doing something that's not related to being near my phone all the time.
Yeah, I think the only
between
time
the other apps.
I think the only time I've actually missed a meal was like during like GoFest or something where I was like live streaming and then it was like, oh, I'm like working and I'm live and so I don't even think of it. But like the normal day to day, I'm pretty good at not missing any.
Do you just intrinsically know, okay, it's time to feed it, or do you set like alarms?
No, I don't set alarms. I mean, like, I'm assuming everyone feeds like right when they wake up, right? Are there people that wait? Like, I'm ready to go for breakfast. Like, I check the app, catch my Pokemon, and then I'm feeding right away.
So sometimes I switch over to an all berry team at night, and so I still need to farm some more ingredients in the morning leading up to lunchtime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I commit to like.
I definitely try to.
You try to feed right when you wake up.
Yeah, I definitely do. This last few times I've been missing more of my breakfast and lunch, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm already at lunch. Wait, I haven't done my sleep research yet. It's like, what is going on? Anyways, but I wake up, do my daily routine, and then open the game, and I'm just like, okay, it's time to feed the Snorlax and things like that. And then my lunch during work is usually around the time Snorlax does need the lunchtime, so I just open up the game real quick and then just try to get as much as possible. So So yeah, it's just like the sequential 6, 12, 6 in the end of the day. Will they ever give us more chances of giving meals? I don't think so.
Sponsored by Taco Bell, 4th meal.
We need like a snack time.
Yeah.
that could work. That could.
I mean, that could be a feature, snack time.
I wouldn't get past them just because of how the game is worded. So.
All right. So, should we take a break and come back and talk about the new event, the 2nd anniversary?
Sure. It's time for a break.
All right. We'll be back right after this. And we're back. We want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thank you to our gym leaders, Ben, Brandy, Espion Willow, Herbert, Kyle, Maddie G. Special thanks to the executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread, Kate the Cons, Lazo Boss, and Tish Smith, and especially our elite trainer, Trainer Mystic. Thank you. Thank you. With tiers as low as $1 a month, you can support a collective of hardworking part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon and podcasting here at the Pokemon Professor Network. You can hit us up on patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. You can enjoy other podcasts on the network like Lured Up, Special Conditions, Gotta Watch 'Em All, Waste Spotters, Purified, Good Morning Johto, and After Darkrai. Make sure to check us out. All right, Steve, so have you looked at anything about the 2nd anniversary yet? Are you prepared?
I have. I guess I'm prepared.
Mentally, not like, like game plan or anything.
I think everything that they've announced and showed so far seems good. I'm still curious about like the hard mode, which they said was going to come at the end of, I think, July. So that would also line up with the 2nd anniversary. Well, we have like 5 new Pokemon. That seems great. I don't have any complaints.
Yeah, so we'll run through a little bit about all the stuff for the 2nd anniversary. It starts this coming week, July 14th through the 28th, so another 2-week event. The photo mode will debut. I'm curious to see what that'll look like. There will be several new Pokemon, Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip in their evolutions, plus Plusle and Minun, which was surprising to me that they would add both of those at the same time. So in week 1, we have guaranteed hungry Pokemon, 1.5 times Helper EXP and Candy, 1.5 times main skill chance, and daily dream gifts. In the 2nd week, we have 1.5 times dish strength for a maximum of 4.5 on the extra tasty sundae. We have your mini candy boost, which is, expensive. And then a new undisclosed research bonus feature.
That seems a little more like my kind of week, especially the undisclosed research.
Yeah, and then on July 20th, what is that? Sunday at the end of the first week, we get a free Plusle Minun incense. And then, of course, there's bundles. We never buy the bundles. Steve, do you ever buy the bundles?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm like,
no. If I do, I buy them with free gems, but they'd have to be like pretty good.
Yeah.
My only time in the last year or so has been just trying to get the Good Sleep bundle, so I can just power up during this Good Sleep day. That's because I want to get to research level 65 or 60 at the time, so that way I can get the extra Dream Chart bonuses at the end. So it's like, that was nice, but now I'm just like, do I really want to spend $20 every month for this? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so then I don't think we know much about Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip yet. Have you guys seen anything?
No, I don't think the update has come out where the dynamiting has come through. So
yeah, and then Plusle and Minun have new main skills. It'll be interesting because Plusle has Ingredient Magnet S, but it draws in extra cooking ingredients if you have other Plusle and Minun with you.
Okay.
And then the same with Minun. Cooking power up S, expands pot capacity.
And there is a train.
Yeah, there's a train. Sorry, I want to mute myself.
Yeah. Well, I'll continue on from there. Minun's ability is cooking power up S, expands the cooking pot capacity, and if it's paired with Plusle and Minun, it restores energy to a random helper in Pokemon. So that's interesting. It's like, do you really want... Oh, okay. So it's basically you need to have both Minun and Plusle in the same team to really trigger his extra hidden skill to it.
Yes.
Which makes sense because that's kind of the point of Plusle and Minun. You really don't want to ever separate them in different teams or anything. But the effectiveness looks pretty good in that sense. It's like basically an extra helping bonus for Plusle and an extra energy for everybody, or I'm sorry, random energy as for a helper out there. So it's not bad. We just need to know how good they're really going to be if we're ever going to add them to our team.
Yeah, I think
Not sure if that's the case for you though.
Makes and breaks these two Pokemon is just the ingredients they have, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which electric type Pokemons really don't have much aside from maybe apples, cacao, and
They have eggs for Ampharos.
Eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. So they don't really break the cycle on those unless I'm like they want to at the end of the day, which would be nice. But the only problem is since it's a stage 1 evolution or a non-evolution Pokemon, it will be harder to catch for both of them in the end.
Yeah. I do wonder if this leads to like a Toxtricity situation where like Toxtricity could also have the ability plus and minus. And maybe like later on, Toxtricity could also pair with Plusle and Minun. That would be like really cool. I think there are definitely other Pokemon that get plus and minus. I can't think of there. I think there's like 5 families. But I know that like the Toxtricity line for sure gets it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Interesting. Is that a main series thing?
Yeah, that's a main series thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely interesting to those Pokemon at least, or anything in coexistence to it. I'm excited for Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip. I think they actually did say that their evolutions will change depending on some of them. I think Torchic, Blaziken is going to be a fighting type after this final evolution, and Mudkip will be a ground type.
Correct.
Once it goes into Swampert. So unfortunately, Treecko just gets the shaft.
Treecko just going to say,
keep you in there.
Which makes me wonder if it's going to be all berry finders. Because, we've gotten a slew of ingredient finders recently. Because, we have a berry finder for fighting in Mankey, but, no one really uses it.
Yeah.
It's not that good. I want to say when I was looking at the stats, like the ground type berry finder, who is escaping me, was like the slowest berry finder out of all of them.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't even remember a ground type berry finder in my life.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's more than 2 ground type Pokemon at this point, right?
Oh, so not?
It's like Dugtrio.
Oh, I keep. Yeah.
I don't remember the other one.
Dugtrio definitely was one, and then it's not Marowak. I think Marowak is just a...
Marowak is the berry finder.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That escaped me. Yeah, it escaped me for a while, but that's because...
Oh, you're right. It is just Dugtrio and Cubone that's in my box. Oh. No wonder they need to add more ground types.
Mm.
They sure do.
I thought Clodsire was ground. What is Clodsire?
I think they kept him poison.
Oh, poison.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Poison.
Yep. Which makes sense. I mean, he's technically more of a poison type in the end of the day. Just not the way that it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, 2 years. Definitely this game, just like a lot of different games that we're playing recently, Pokemon has really hit the mark in a lot of the games. So having Pokemon Sleep to a 2-year anniversary and more, hopefully for the future, definitely feels a plus for us Pokemon enjoyers, So
yeah,
I definitely want to continue playing this game. If I ever put it down, it's probably because I'm dying in the hospital. You never know. But in the end of the day, I think that it would be good to continue having this game. I hope that the next few legendaries and mythicals are pretty good. That's just my wishful thinking, but Jirachi can also be a thing. Give us a steel type that actually makes sense.
All right, so we don't know yet about what they do with the different types, but this actually may be one of the few events where I'm considering Greengrass Isle, because every Pokemon of all the new Pokemon is encounterable at Greengrass Isle. Whereas at Cyan Beach, it's only the Treecko and Mudkip line, and then at Taupe Hollow, it's Torchic and Mudkip line. Lapis Lakeside is Treecko and Torchic lines, and then OGBP is Treecko and Plusle and Minun.
Yeah, I think
so
for
Greengrass
me,
along with all of them.
This is gonna just depend on like what ingredients these get and what the starters are doing. Because I have a good Meganium, I have a good Meganium. So if Sceptile's like the same, like that's not really a need.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the Plusle and Minun because I think those are fun, and I spend way too much time on Power Plant, so I might lean towards Power Plant here. But yeah, I'm very curious what the spread of these Pokemon are going to be.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of Lapis Lakeside, so you can encounter Treecko and Evolution in Torchic, which is actually kind of nice. I don't think Lapis Lakeside had a good fire type in it. Fire type / fighting type in its lineup, so it's pretty good. But also, just you said, it depends on the lineup. If each one of them will have amazing ingredients, amazing things to get, or is it just gonna be a copy and paste from like the last 3 starters Pokemons that we had? So it's a difference, that's for sure.
The other reason I'm thinking of Greengrass Isle is I haven't hit Master 20 there yet, and this could be an easy time to do it.
Yeah, probably easy time.
Have you done Master 20 in any islands, Steve?
I think I got 19 on Greengrass, and I didn't use a good camp ticket that week, so then I kind of kicked myself.
Oh, nice.
And then I've done 20 on Beach.
Okay.
And those I can't tell you the other islands because I don't go there that often, but
Taupe Hollow, Lapis Lakeside, OGPP, and then Snowdrop Tundra isn't even in the list.
They get none of these new Pokemon.
Yeah, nobody. I think the Snowdrop has been like the one inconsistency of this game is like nobody wants to go there. It's like there's no point. I'm actually there right now.
It's such a hard play area. I don't know. It's just like it's hard to level up. It's hard to find the right ingredients. You seem to always get the thing you don't want for like if it's desserts, you don't want desserts.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yes, should be good. Okay. Luis, do you have anything else?
No, I always at least want to say thank you, Steve, for joining us on this episode of Sleep It Off.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Do you want to plug in anything?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like if anyone's interested in what I do, it's just you can just go over to PokemonPodcast.com, and that's everything. That's the show. That's where you can find all my social links and everything like that. But yeah, my podcast comes out every Monday, general news podcast. But I really appreciate you guys having me on. It was fun to talk to you guys.
All right, and we appreciate having you on. It's always fun to have a fellow sleeper around. All right, and it's time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.